What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phase 6, your source for music, business, motivation, and support. It's your boy, Sir Love. We're coming back again with Ask Sir Love, right? Ask Sir Love. And still got the little guy with me. I realized as I was answering Brandon's question, wow, what's the best way to start finding helpers? The word finding was there, and I just did a whole video breaking down how to build the team, but I ain't talk about how to find the helpers. And so let me make sure I don't leave you hanging, Brandon. I'm pretty sure I gave you a lot of value in the previous video, but I want to answer the question, right? So finding, I just told you what you need to do. So in the part one, right, watch part one before you watch part two, otherwise this may not make sense. So what you need to do is you have to start with the first player on the team, which is if you're an artist, it's the producer, right? And if you're a manager and you have an artist, then you need to find a producer for your artist, right? It doesn't change if you're if you're in a business position. You're just helping to build the team, right? So you got to find the producer, all right? How do you find the producer? The best way for artists to find producers is number one, being dope, being amazing. Producers are committed, and not committed, they're interested and intrigued by artists that work hard, because producers are in a weird situation where they have to be responsible. They have to invest. They have to do things that most artists won't do, and therefore they get really triggered by artists wanting free stuff from them when they're not making the same commitment, right? Producers have to go out and buy equipment. Producers have microphones and speakers and headphones, and they have to invest their time. They might take classes to learn Fruity Loops and Reasons and Pro Tools or whatever they're using, right? Splice, all this stuff. They have to take time to learn this stuff and perfect their craft and learn how to mix. They're on YouTube University, learning all this crap. And all the effort and time they put into their craft goes wasted when they just give their beats away to an artist that is invested in themselves. An artist that doesn't even know how to work Pro Tools, doesn't care, doesn't have any studio equipment, isn't trying. An artist that's like coming in, not practicing, not putting no lyrics together. An artist that has no real fan base. An artist that has no real talent. Artists that's just coming to fuck around in the studio and pretend to be someone that they're not, right? Producers get burnt out by that over time. At the beginning it's fun, but after a while they get burnt out. They're looking to win. And a producer that wants to win knows that they have to at some point attach themselves to someone that's going to be greater than them. And no matter what level you're at, you could be a producer that's done placements for major artists. You could be Grammy nominated, but you could be a no-name producer that's no name. Like the public doesn't know who you are, right? And you're chasing placements and you're trying to win and you're wondering, man, how do I get off this placement chain, right? Yeah, I got a nice car, I got a nice this, I got a nice that, but I still got to run around hustling beats because I haven't gotten to the point where I could just sit back and just eat, right? And if you're at the bottom, you don't even know what that feels like yet. You're just struggling in the basement trying to figure out how to get out. Why am I saying all this when the question is, how do you find helpers? Because I broke down in the last video that to find a helper, it starts with the bottom, you build your way up, right? And the first person you have to build with is a producer. So let's talk about how do you find and build with a producer first, right? Building with that producer requires you to be serious about your craft, to be invested in your craft. Whether you're investing in marketing, whether you're investing in actual equipment, whether just investment. Producers want to see that you spend money on yourself before they spend their time, which is their money on you. All right? Producers want to know that you're talented. You're actually good at what you do, right? You know how to go in and punch. You know how to, you have some type of experience. All right? Many producers don't want to teach you everything from the bottom up. They'll teach you a lot, but they don't really want to start from the bottom. Right? Most producers don't want to show you what 16 bars are, right? So you got to really figure out, you got to make sure you're coming in with value and that you have talent. You may feel like you're talented, but a lot of people will hear your stuff and disagree, all right? From a lot of people, right? For some of you actually are talented. You already know what level you are. It takes multiple years to get great. The stuff that you did last year sounds trash compared to the stuff you're doing right now. Some people start out the gate like Pop Smoke, RIP, who come out the gate just on fire. Everyone is different in their journey of growth and self-development. But you need a producer to believe in you. Where do you find these guys? You find them online. Duh. Right? That's the first place it starts. You start finding these cats online, especially because of COVID right now. You're going online, you're trying to buy beats, and you spend money with them. And when you spend money with them, you reach out to them, and you talk to them, and you let them know, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'd love to link up with you. You have any originals, right? See if you can build the relationship with the producer. The hard part about online is that some producers are really kind of big in the online scene, and it may be really hard to build a relationship. Others are smaller. You have to do your research. Figure out who do you want to work with. Are you equally yoked? This producer all the way up here and you're all the way down here. It's going to take longer to build the relationship. You want to find someone that's on the same level as you, right? Same level, right? And I'm not going to break down level. You know what I mean by same level. Someone on the same level as you want to partner with them and you want to grow together, all right? Also, it's better to find someone local if you can. If you can find someone local, always ask producers where they are. Try to find someone local. If you're in a city where music is happening, go to local beat battles. Beat battles are a thing. Google them. Producers go to the clubs and they play beats against each other and they battle each other. Try to figure out what area, not producers, some places instrumentalists, whatever genre, it could be different, right? If you're a gospel artist, obviously you're in the church scene with this, right? But whatever it is that you're trying to do, you need to be where the creators of the music are so that you can partner with them. You can show them your value, partner with them, and then start to build with them. So finding helpers means you need to go to where they are. If they're online, go online. If they're at the local pub, go to the local pub. If they're at the church, go to the church. Wherever they are, you need to go. And it's going to be different per city. All right? Once you have that producer relationship, it's rinse and repeat, right? Now I need writers. Go to where the writers are. Now I need engineers. Go to where the engineers are. Now, right, you go to these places, meet these people, and then you're showing your value, right? And if they're not biting on your value, it means that you're not valuable enough. So don't get upset when people don't want to work with you. It just means you need to get back in the lab and work harder because you're not good enough. And that's okay. You should never want to be there. You should constantly be looking to make yourself better. And if people don't want to work with you, you're not good enough. An amazing singer walks into a room full of writers, half the room wants to work with them, period. Because they want their songs to sound as good as this person can make it sound when they sing, right? Rapper walks in, got X amount of followers, got X amount of audience, got X amount of this, that, and the third. Half the producers in the room want to work with them because they're hoping that he pops off on their track. Put the work in. You want people to value you, create the value. It's not back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot, they're all on me. That's not it. Back then you wasn't valuable. Now you got value, people want to work with you. People work with value, right? I mean, just think about that. That's a life thing. It's not a hate thing. It's just a you're not there thing. And instead of accepting I'm not there, you say y'all hating. And it's just real life games. So when it comes to finding helpers, you have to go to where they are and present your value, right? And I just gave you where to find producers. Everyone else, I'm not going to go through every member of the team and where you find every single member of the team because I told you in the last video that you don't want to start with attorneys and managers, right? Work your way up. And when it's time to get to the business team, again, go to where they are. By the time you've done all the other stuff, by the time you've worked your way from the production team to the creative team, you're going to know where the executives are, where the executive team people are, where managers are, because you're going to have gone through so much in the journey to get there. All right? So I just wanted to add value, give you more context, more clarity. Wow, Brandon, I hope this was helpful. Thank you for your time and energy. You guys know what to do. Follow me, like, subscribe, right? Send me a question. Send me a question. Let's talk. Sir Love, and I'm out.